Welcome, dear listener, to Dream Carriage, the quiet place where each evening you may step away from the noise of the world and enter a gentler rhythm. Here, stories are spoken slowly, like lantern light spilling across a wooden floor, steady and calm, guiding you without hurry into the stillness of rest. I am grateful you have chosen to be here tonight. This is your time. Time to pause, time to breathe, time to allow your body and mind to be carried by words that ask nothing of you but to listen. The story you hear will not pull, will not press. It will simply unfold, like morning mist parting to reveal the sky. If this is your first visit to Dream Carriage, I invite you to return again, night after night. You may subscribe so that each evening this quiet ritual will be waiting for you, steady and familiar, like the soft glow of a lamp lit in the window of home. Tonight's journey is sunrise in a hot air balloon. Imagine stepping across a meadow at first light, the grass cool with dew beneath your shoes, the air fresh and tinged with the faint sweetness of earth awakening. Before you, a balloon waits, its great fabric gathered but already stirring, painted in deep blues, soft ambers, and threads of crimson, all muted in the pale hour before dawn. Beside it stands the wicker basket, sturdy and welcoming, its weave catching the glow of the first flames from the burner. The fire sighs softly, golden against the cool air, lifting the balloon little by little, as gently as breath rising in the chest. Around you, the world is hushed, as if holding still for what is about to come. This is where our story begins, in a meadow washed with silence, with a balloon waiting to rise, and a sky preparing to open itself to the light of a new day. Before the balloon begins its slow and steady rise, let us first prepare our own bodies and minds for the gentle journey ahead. The sky will open gradually, and so too will we, easing into stillness with each breath. Begin now by noticing the air around you. Picture it as the same cool morning air that gathers in the meadow, crisp and fresh, touched with the faint sweetness of dew. Draw it in through your nose, slow, steady, filling your lungs with the calm of dawn. Hold it softly for a moment, then let it go through your mouth, longer than the inhale, as though releasing the weight of the night. Again, breathe in, feel the coolness expand within your chest, clear and refreshing. Breathe out, slower still, and imagine your exhale rising into the sky, drifting upward like a pale ribbon of mist. With each breath, your body grows lighter, easier, as if preparing to lift as naturally as the balloon itself. Now, let your attention rest on the crown of your head. A wave of ease begins here, flowing downward like sunlight spreading across a quiet field. Your forehead softens, the lines of thought smoothing away. Your eyes grow heavy, as though twilight were gently closing them, even as dawn approaches. Your jaw loosens, lips parting slightly, tongue resting in place. Your neck releases its hold, shoulders sinking lower, their weight dissolving like fog in morning air. Arms softened, hands resting loosely, fingers curled in comfort. Feel the warmth spreading down your chest with each inhale, flowing into your belly where it expands and releases, steady as the flame that fills the balloon. Let the calm drift downward through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, all the way to your feet, which rest firmly as if planted on the cool meadow grass. From crown to sole, your body is loose, open, ready. Around you, imagine the sounds of morning, the soft hiss of the burner exhaling warmth, the rustle of grass stirred by a gentle breeze, the faint call of a bird waking in the trees. None of it asks for your attention. Each sound blends into a lullaby, meant to ease you further. There is no need to do anything more, no need to hold on to the day. The balloon is waiting, the sky is waiting, and you are ready to be carried as naturally as the earth welcomes light. The meadow stretches wide beneath the fading veil of night, its grasses shimmering with droplets of dew that catch the first hints of light. A hush lingers, a stillness so complete, it feels as though the world itself is holding its breath, waiting for the sky to open. In the distance, the horizon glows faintly, painted in shades of violet and pale silver, softening into rose and gold as the minutes drift by. The balloon stirs above you, its vast canopy shifting with a quiet rustle. When the burner breathes, a flare of orange illuminates the fabric, sending warm shadows dancing across the basket. The wicker glows in the gentle light, each woven strand carrying the memory of countless hands that have shaped and smoothed it. You run your fingers across its surface, steady and reassuring, while the cool air brushes against your cheeks. All around, the sounds of morning begin to gather. A bird calls once, then again, its song carried lightly on the breeze. The tall grass whispers softly, bending with each breath of wind. From somewhere far off, the faint trickle of water finds its way into your ears, like a hidden stream waking with the day. Each sound drifts together, weaving a tapestry of calm that wraps itself around you. The sky deepens, colors blending with patient grace. Lavender melts into amber, and amber into soft gold. High above, the last stars flicker faintly, reluctant to leave but slowly surrendering to the new light. The air carries a cool sweetness, tinged with the faint smoke of the burner, and with every inhale you feel both grounded and lifted, rooted in the earth, yet reaching toward the sky. Within the basket, the space is close and safe, the wooden boards firm beneath your feet, the edges rising to hold you steady. Each detail is simple, familiar. The rope handles, the knots tied with care, the faint scent of polished wicker. You lean lightly against the side, eyes tracing the horizon, knowing the journey has not yet begun. Yet already you are carried somewhere quieter, deeper, more at peace. This is the moment before ascent. The meadow hushed, the balloon glowing softly in the first light of day, and you, waiting, calm, ready to rise into the gentle embrace of morning. The balloon begins to lift not suddenly, but with the patience of dawn itself. At first, the change is subtle. Your feet feel a fraction lighter against the basket's boards. The earth seems to lean away just slightly. Then, almost imperceptibly, you are no longer standing upon the meadow but rising above it, carried upward on currents of air as gentle as a sigh. The burner breathes again, a soft roar followed by quiet, and with each exhale of flame, the balloon swells more fully, steady against the paling sky. Beneath you, the field spreads wider, dew sparkled and silvered by the light. The trees at its edges appear smaller now, their branches lifted like arms waving a slow farewell. You drift higher still, the basket rocking faintly, not in alarm, but in a rhythm so smooth, it feels like the sway of a cradle. The air is cool against your face, sharper now with altitude, yet it carries a freshness that seems to clear every thought, leaving only quiet behind. Each breath you take feels fuller, deeper, as though the sky itself is lending you its stillness. Below, the world begins to unfold in new patterns. Streams glint like ribbons of glass winding through valleys. Clusters of cottages rest among fields, their roofs catching the first touches of amber light. Thin trails of smoke rise from chimneys, dissolving slowly into the cool air. as though even the houses are exhaling in calm. As the sun edges nearer to the horizon, its light grows stronger. The violet hues of night soften into rose, then into a gentle gold that spills slowly across the landscape. You watch as shadows retreat, fields brighten, and hills awaken under the touch of morning. The transformation is unhurried, as though the earth itself has chosen to wake at your pace, neither rushed nor delayed. You rest your hands along the basket's edge, the wicker warm now with reflected light. The balloon drifts quietly, the only sound the occasional breath of flame, the whisper of wind brushing past. Each moment feels suspended, held between the silence of night and the awakening of day. And in that balance, you find a stillness that reaches deep inside. The ascent continues, slow and steady, carrying you higher into the unfolding dawn. The balloon drifts further upward, and with each breath of flame, you rise into air that feels both lighter and cleaner, as though every wisp of wind has been swept free by the coming day. The world below widens into a living map, fields stitched together in patches of green and gold, rivers winding like silver threads, and distant hills softening into layers of blue mist. From this height, sound itself seems to change. The meadow you left behind is silent now. The voices of the crew faded into memory. What remains is the soft hush of wind moving past your ears, the low murmur of the burner when it exhales, and then long stretches of stillness, so complete it feels as though the sky is listening to itself. Your eyes travel across the horizon. The edge of the sun begins to lift, a perfect curve of fire rising slowly, spilling warmth that spreads outward in ripples of color. Rose deepens into crimson, gold brightens into amber, and soon the entire sky is a canvas washed with light. The balloon floats directly into this radiance, suspended in a space where the earth below and the heavens above seem to meet in quiet conversation. Inside the basket, the atmosphere is one of safety and calm. The wicker creaks softly as you shift your weight, but its strength is certain. Its weave firm beneath your palms. You lean gently against it, allowing your body to rest, trusting the steady rhythm of the balloon's climb. The heat of the flame brushes the air above your head, a comforting warmth that balances the cool breath of morning. Looking down once more, you see villages still waking. A farmer steps into a field, his figure small, moving slowly through rows of crops. Smoke continues to drift from a chimney, curling upward until it disappears into the light. You realize that life below carries on, steady and familiar, while you drift in silence far above, held in a moment outside of time. The sun now clears the horizon, its full circle glowing, and the first beams spill across the basket, bathing your hands, your face, your entire body in golden calm. You close your eyes for a moment, and it feels as though the light itself has entered you, warming you from within, carrying you higher, carrying you deeper into peace. The balloon floats higher, steady and unhurried, and with every passing moment, the world below grows softer, quieter, more dreamlike. Villages shrink to clusters of pale rooftops. Rivers glisten like threads of glass, and the patchwork of fields stretches outward until it seems endless. From here, the earth is not a place of movement and sound, but a vast quilt of color and light, stitched together with streams, forests, and the gentle folds of hills. The sky around you is wide and endless. Clouds drift slowly, tinted with rose and amber from the rising sun, their edges glowing as if brushed with gold. One passes close enough that its mist kisses your skin, cool and fleeting, before it dissolves in the warmth of morning. The air is calm, carrying no rush, only the steady breath of altitude, spacious and pure. Inside the basket, everything is simple, grounded. The wicker creaks softly when you shift. The ropes hum faintly as they stretch upward into the great canopy of fabric above. Each sound reassures, each texture reminds you that you are safe, held firmly while drifting free. The balloon sways lightly, its rhythm as soothing as a cradle rocking, as natural as the tide rising and falling. When you glance outward again, the sun has risen further. Its beams scatter across the horizon, painting the land in hues of honey and bronze. A lake in the distance gleams like a mirror, catching the sky so perfectly, it seems to hold another world within it. Birds rise from the treetops below, their wings flashing white in the light, their flight effortless, almost silent from where you drift. Passengers beside you grow stiller, their gazes soft, their shoulders lowered. One leans with eyes half closed against the rim of the basket. Another cradles a cup of warm tea, steam curling upward and vanishing into the air. Their quiet presence adds to the calm, as though everyone aboard has agreed that this is not a flight, but a surrender, a letting go. You breathe deeply, filling your chest with morning's freshness. The warmth of sunlight rests upon your face, while the coolness of air moves across your skin. These opposites, warmth and coolness, stillness and movement, balance perfectly, holding you in a space that feels timeless. The earth continues beneath you, the balloon continues above you, and in between, you rest, weightless, unhurried, free. The balloon drifts into the higher air, where the world becomes softer still. The colors of morning blend into one another, gold melting into pale blue, rose dissolving into ivory, until the sky feels endless, boundless, an expanse designed only for calm. The sun is steady now, warm and generous, its light spilling across the basket, across your skin, across the fields far below. Inside, silence deepens. The burner exhales less often, and between its sighs there are long stretches of pure stillness, filled only by the soft murmur of wind. You lean gently against the wicker edge, your eyelids growing heavier with each breath. The sway of the balloon is slow and certain, rocking you as if the sky itself has become a cradle. Your thoughts, once gathered like passengers in a busy station, have grown quiet. One by one they step away, dissolving into the vastness around you. What remains is the rhythm of your breath, rising and falling in perfect time with the balloon's steady drift. Inhale, the basket lifts. Exhale, the basket steadies. Inhale, light gathers. Exhale, the world softens. Below, the earth is distant, blurred by haze and a morning glow. Villages, rivers, meadows, all are softened into shapes that no longer demand attention, only offer reassurance. Life continues, safe and steady. Above, the sky is infinite, but it does not overwhelm. It embraces, wide and calm, holding you within its quiet arms. The warmth of sunlight lingers on your face. Your body grows heavy, your breath slower. The balloon continues its journey, but you need not follow. You are already being carried, not toward arrival, but toward the deeper journey of sleep. Allow yourself now to drift as the balloon drifts, as dawn itself drifts into day. There is nothing more to do, nothing to hold. The sky is open, the world is quiet, and sleep is here, waiting, ready to gather you in.